2 years have been some of our best for new wages, with an average of $26 an hour. I believe when you put any 2 years back to back, that is the best 2 year period for new wages. We have been the talk of the nation. In 2022, we were ranked number 2 in per capita economic development in the country by Site Selection magazine. Last week, Site Selection came out with their 2023 ratings called the Governor's Cup. Our incredible communities and hardworking, skilled workforce have once again made Kentucky one of the best places to locate a business. Kentucky once again placed in the top 3 nationally in economic development per capita. We were number 3 in this year's rankings. That means number 2 in the country in 2022, number 3 in the country in 2023. That is an exciting 2-year period. In both years, we were number 1 in our region per capita. And this year, after Texas, we were number 2 in overall projects, even when you take out per capita. We had 58 more projects than number 3, Alabama, in our region, and we had 65 more projects than number 4, Tennessee, in our region. In addition to Kentucky's strong overall Governor's Cup placement nationally, communities across the state were recognized for economic success in categories based on population size. And today, we're going to hear from these communities. Economic development is a team sport. It requires the state. It requires our counties. It requires our cities, and it requires so many people that work on all levels of government or in the private sector. So I am so excited to spend a large part of this Team Kentucky update hearing from some of our local leaders who are able to make this happen. Their work is so important. Up first is Bowling Green. In Bowling Green's categories of cities its size and actually even a decent amount bigger, it placed number 1 in the country in total projects. They're in what's called Tier 3 metros, and with 23 total projects in 2023, they were number 1 overall, and they were number 2 per capita. Bowling Green also placed in the top 10 for total projects in the South Central region, regardless of population. So that's even when you take them out of their tier, they placed top 10. These rankings reflect another incredible year for Warren County, with over $127 million in planned investments announced, creating 775 Kentucky jobs. Bowling Green's highlights included Southern Coil Solutions, a $27.2 million investment creating 30 new jobs to establish a fully automated steel coil warehouse distributions and logistics center. Crown Verity, a $9.7 million investment, creating 73 jobs to expand manufacturing options. And My XR Inc., 60 new jobs at its regional headquarters at the WK Innovation Campus. We have a brief video from Bowling Green Mayor Todd Alcott, and then I'd ask Brian Downing, Deputy Warren County Judge Executive, to speak. And I think Ron Bunch, President and CEO of the Bowling Green Area Chamber of Commerce, is also going to join us up here. So let's go to Todd.
Citizens of Bowling Green, Kentucky, we're so proud to be recognized today for our economic development efforts in Bowling Green and Warren County. As local governments, the city and county work collaboratively together to build and maintain a strong economic base. We are grateful to the Governor's Office for this recognition. Thank you so much.
We now invite Brian and Ron to come join us up here and brag a little bit because you've earned it.
Governor, it's a profound honor for me to stand before you today to celebrate the extraordinary achievements of Bowling Green and Warren County that have now been recognized nationally as a top metro for economic development. Such success is a testament to the power of collaboration, a value that is deeply ingrained in our community. The partnership between the city of Bowling Green and Warren County has been nothing short of remarkable. Together, we've navigated challenges and seized opportunities, proving that unity is our greatest strength. I was formerly a teacher and a coach, and I can honestly say that every successful team that I had started with a great point guard. And I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to our point guard, Bowling Green Chamber of Commerce, and Ron Bunch. Under their leadership, we've witnessed unparalleled growth and innovation, They've spearheaded our economic development, expertly coordinating the play between public and private sectors, ensuring that we move forward together towards a common goal of prosperity for all. Our journey wouldn't have been possible without the support of Governor Beshear, the Cabinet for Economic Development, the Tennessee Valley Authority, and our local utilities. Their commitment to fostering an environment where businesses can thrive has been instrumental in our achievements. Their partnership is invaluable, and for that, we're immensely grateful. Education is also a cornerstone for any thriving community. And in Warren County, we're blessed with exceptional educational institutions. The collaborative spirit of the Warren County Public School District and Bowling Green Independent School District, culminating in initiatives like SCK Launch and our work with the Franklin Covey organization, has set a new standard for educational excellence and workforce readiness. It is their dedication and molding the bright minds that will lead us into the future. Lastly, our heartfelt appreciation goes to the companies who have either chosen Bowling Green as their home or chosen to expand their business in our community. We wouldn't be here today without companies like Tyson, Being AI, Araya Health, Bowling Green Metal Forming, Southern Coil Solutions, Cabelco, Easy, Country Oven, Carter Lumber, and many others whose faith in our community fuels our economy, creates jobs, and enriches our lives. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Very welcome. Thank you to Brian, both for the report, but also the enthusiasm. And I think you also hit the Team Kentucky bingo card with teacher, public education, point guard, as well as forward together. So it's an honor to work with you all. It's really exciting what's going on in Warren County and in Bowling Green. Next, the Louisville and Jefferson County region placed 6th nationally in projects per capita for all metropolitan areas. This impressive placement comes after Jefferson County saw over $340 million of investments announced in 2023, creating over 1,500 new jobs. Jefferson County highlights included Stellar Snacks, a $137 million investment over 10 years that's creating 350 jobs in West Louisville, making delicious pretzels. Papa John's reinforced its commitment and announced the retention of more than 600 Kentucky jobs. Winston Industries, whose largest customer is KFC, is going to expand and retain 215 employees. Here's a message from Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg.
Good afternoon, Governor. Great to be joining you here from our nation's capital where I am today. But we have great news to collectively announce in Louisville and throughout Kentucky. And that is that Site Selection Magazine has named Louisville one of the 10 best cities in the entire country for economic development. That's right, Governor. Thanks for your leadership across the entire state, including Louisville. People are looking at our city to invest and create good-paying career path jobs. I'm so excited to continue working with you and your administration and everyone across our city and state to make Louisville a safer, stronger, and healthier city, one that has an economy that provides opportunities for everyone. We are just getting started.
Next, the Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky region was also recognized for their impressive year, though I'm going to call it the Northern Kentucky Cincinnati region, placing 8th overall for all metropolitan areas. Last year, projects in Northern Kentucky totaled over $506 million and created 1,100 quality jobs. They included DHL Express expanding at CVG Airport with 86 new jobs, nearly $200 million in investments, as well as Saffron Landing Systems that are creating 92 high-wage jobs in Boone County. Here's more from BNKY President and CEO Lee Kroom.
Hello, I'm Lee Kroom, President and CEO of the BNKY Growth Partnership.
And hi, Kimberly Rossetti, the Vice President of Economic Development.
We are thrilled today to share our congratulations and are proud of our contributions to the Commonwealth of Kentucky and the Cincinnati region's rankings in the Site Selection Magazine's Governor's Cup.
Northern Kentucky is an important economic driver not only for the state of Kentucky but for the Cincinnati region.
In 2023, the BNKY Growth Partnership contributed to our economy and increased prosperity with 16 projects that added more than $380 million in capital investment.
And with more than 1,400 jobs announced in a tough economic climate, we're proud of our team's work and contribution to the state of Kentucky's third place ranking in economic projects per capita and our #1 ranking in the South Central region.
Congratulations to the entire Cincinnati metropolitan area and my economic development colleagues for a 10 ranking in projects per capita. It's the region's 21st consecutive year placing in the top 10 in per capita rankings. Congratulations to the Commonwealth of Kentucky and to the Cincinnati region.
Next up, Lexington and Fayette County was also recognized, placing 7th in the Tier 2 per capita rankings and top 10 for total projects, as well as 8th for total projects in the South Central region among all population sizes. In 2023, Fayette County saw over $124 million in announced investments, creating 380 good full-time jobs. They included Funai Microfluidic Solutions, which announced the relocation of the high-tech company's headquarters to Lexington from Osaka, Japan. And then Neogen, which has operated in Fayette County since 1992, actually expanded into Montgomery County and then added more in Fayette County, a $6 million expansion, creating 70 new jobs. We have a message from Lexington Mayor Linda Gordon, and then we'll go right to Bob Quick, President and CEO of Commerce Lexington.
Lexington is a $21 billion economic engine and a major driver of our state's economy. Our economy continues to grow and is attracting national attention. Ranked among the top 10 nationally by Site Selection magazine for attracting new projects, Lexington is a great location for business growth and attraction. Our economy here is breaking records for the number of people employed. We have a strong, skilled workforce with easy access to training and educational resources. Lexington's low cost of living and focus on public safety and quality of life make it an excellent fit for business. Our economy is running full steam ahead, fully recovered from the pandemic. Part of this economic growth has been made possible because of our commitment to regionalism and to public-private partnerships. We all know that by working together, we can do so many great things for our economy and the people we serve. Thank you, Governor Beshear, for continuing to make Kentucky an ideal place to do business as we focus on attracting talent and business opportunities.
Well, I want to first of all say thank you to our mayor for her comments and for the investments that she's made in economic development. But I have to say the seed of our success has been the regional initiative that she alluded to in her comments, because we're working together. And I have to then thank all the mayors and judge executives, the fiscal courts, the councils. It's exciting when you bring public and private leaders together, what we're willing to do. And it's always been seen as a risk, but we figured out how it's a partnership. And when one county wins, we all win. And so we've been able to show that on our many economic multipliers. As the governor pointed out, economic development, it's a team sport. It's relationship driven, and it's done collaboratively with partners across the region. And we know that collaboration can be difficult sometimes, but it's essential for our success. When we look at who we're competing against, they're up in their game, and guess what? They're regional. And they're not fighting at all. They're working together to figure out how do they bring in the investments to grow their economy. Governor Beshear, thank you for your focus on business recruitment and retention and always being a great cheerleader for the Commonwealth. The success of the greater Lex area is due in large part to the public-private entities, which I just referred to. Politics aside, it's Republicans and Democrats working together. But it starts at the top of the governor's office, state legislators. It's all the different councils and fiscal courts. It's the Kentucky Cabinet for Economic Development, Jeff and his team. It's higher education. It's our public schools. We got great public schools. We also have great education from top to bottom, but we always got to be making our game better. The Bluegrass Workforce Investment Board, utilities, and other regional partners. So we're proud to be listed as a top 10. We like being in that goal, in that range, and we believe we should be there every year, and we fight to make that happen. A key factor for that success has been the heightened regional collaboration of public and private sector leaders across our 9-county economic development region, and we've developed a regional competitiveness plan aimed at helping us better equipping us to attract a skilled workforce, secure business sites, expand housing inventory, and access education and training resources. Sound familiar, Governor? So no matter what the job, the industry, or the profession you're in, everyone has a role to play to make us a vibrant economy and to grow our economy so that all people benefit. So with that, I just want to say we're better together. And this award helps us to see that. And we're also excited that we have a micropolitan in Frankfort here that also is getting ready to be recognized. We're very proud of that because when they grow, we grow too. Governor, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Well, this proud Fayette County Public School graduate is proud of everything that you all are doing. And next, we get to talk about Kentucky, also placed in a tie for 4th with 6 of the top 100 micropolitan areas located in our state. These are smaller towns recognized for their incredible economic development. And when we look at the micropolitan, we have 6 of the top 100. There are only 4 states that have that many. Frankfort placed in the top 5 of the top micropolitan list. Frankfort highlights include Buffalo Trace, which continues to invest in the Frankfort distillery with a pair of investments totaling $90 million, and the Candleberry Company, which cut the ribbon on a new headquarters and manufacturing facility. In addition, Danville, Murray, and Somerset all placed in the top 50. Rounding out Kentucky's placement in the top 100 are Madisonville and Richmond Berea. So today we have my mayor, Frankfort's Mayor Lane Wilkerson, here with us. Mayor, if you'd say a few words, and congratulations to Frankfort.
Thank you, Governor.
Big fan now of Frankfort Independent Schools.
Yes. And we appreciate that. It's great to hear you say that I'm your mayor. And like Bob said, that this begins from the top. And we want to thank the governor for creating an environment from the top down that enables cities like ours to compete for new businesses, for residents, and for visitors. And I'm proud to be here today. 4 years ago, I set out to change the economic trajectory of the capital city. And today's announcement that Site Selection magazine has named Frankfort the top 4 location for a micropolitan, that moves us up 40 spots from number 44. So it validates that we are moving in the right direction. And while that is a sign that our industries are growing, we also we have to tout our tourism numbers as well. Last year, we saw record-breaking numbers of tourists coming into Frankfort, and our small business growth has been tremendous. We have over 12 new businesses just in the downtown area alone in the last year. So, Governor, thank you for recognizing that the capital city success is Kentucky's success, and together we're making investments in our future, and best part is we're just getting started. So, thank you.
Thank you. Those are good small businesses. There's a new coffee shop and a new bourbon bar, so we can get you in the morning and get you in the evening. We also have here with us today a business whose incredible project contributed to our strong Governor's Cup placement a couple years ago when we were number 2. A few weeks ago, I had the opportunity to join leaders at Tyson Foods for the grand opening of the company's new state-of-the-art production facility in Bowling Green. This beautiful $355 million plant is creating nearly 450 jobs and is among the largest investment and job creation projects announced in Warren County. This really is a great project for the community and also for our state. Tyson has partnered with Western Kentucky University and South Central Kentucky Community and Technical College to establish training programs. This effort will equip the workforce with the skills needed in modern food production. This grand opening is an exciting step, not just for Tyson Foods, but for Warren County and the surrounding communities. I want to thank Tyson Foods leadership for their continued commitment to Kentucky. And thank you to Graham Hall, Tyson's Global Government Affairs Manager, for being here today.
Governor.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the invitation to be here today. My name is Graham Hall with Tyson Foods Government Affairs Office. As a representative of Kentucky for Tyson Foods, I've had the privilege to meet so many wonderful people across the state. And I've also witnessed firsthand the growth and economic development in the area, most recently in Bowling Green. On January 25th, Tyson Foods held a grand opening ceremony for Bowling Green's facility. We're joined by several local officials across the state and leadership from Tyson Foods to celebrate such a great investment and a bright future for Warren County. Opening this new facility will create 450 new jobs in South Central Kentucky and continue to build on the growth in the Warren County Transport. The $355 million strategic investment is a great example of how the company is positioning itself to category leadership, commitment to the local community, and increasing market for everyone's favorite product, bacon. The 400,000 square foot plant produces approximately 2 million pounds per week of Jimmy Dean and Wright brand bacon retail products. Our facility was designed with the safety and overall well-being of team members in mind. For example, the plant is featuring high-tech robots that eliminate ergonomically stressful tasks, such as transporting large pork bellies along production lines. In addition to the safety and well-being of our team members, the company is also helping members improve their skills. Like the governor said, our partnership with South Central Community and Technical College offers relevant technical training, including its robotics lab. All of these initiatives are part of the company's commitment to being the most sought-after place to work, reflected through our competitive pay, benefits, and a safe, healthy workplace. So many initiatives are coming out of Kentucky, and we're very excited to be part of the community. We look forward to seeing the innovation and opportunities in Bowling Green. Thank you for your partnership.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, sir.
All right. So congratulations again to all these communities and to the state. Being number 3 overall, Bowling Green being number 1 in their size group, and everybody else being recognized nationally is pretty exciting. We are changing the way people talk about Kentucky and its communities, and we're doing it by creating new and better opportunities for our kids and our grandkids. So folks, our job is to keep it going. We have to keep pushing. And that means in this budget session, we need to make sure we have the investments in our KPDI program, in our water and sewer programs, in expanding high-speed internet, in having a robust transportation budget for the road projects and expansions that need to be done. The budget that I put, that Forward Together budget, would continue to invest at a time when our economy is so hot. This is our chance to turn a couple of really great years of economic development into decades of prosperity. So thank you to all of our officials, economic developers that were here today. We've also had a busy week here at the Capitol, marking some very important events. First, on Tuesday, we recognized the 60th anniversary of the March on Frankfort. This was a historic event for civil rights that happened right here in Kentucky. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Jackie Robinson, and 10,000 other people joined together in our capital city to march for freedom. And on its anniversary, we recommitted to the noble fight for equality that previous generations of Kentuckians and Americans have sacrificed and fought for. We started by reenacting the march up Capitol Avenue, and then we gathered on the Capitol steps to hear music from the Kentucky State University Choir, which also performed at that event 60 years ago. We also heard from a few individuals who were at the original march in 1964, Senator Gerald Neal, Representative Derek Graham, and Mattie Jones. So many in attendance Tuesday and 60 years ago have been fighting for civil rights for decades. It was an inspiring day. And I know that together we can build on the foundation these leaders started and move this state forward to create that better Commonwealth for everyone. And let's never run from the word diversity. It is a value. It is a strength. It is something that every one of these companies we attract want in their workforce. 60 years ago, people fought for what became the first Civil Rights Act in the South. We were a leader. We ought to continue to be a leader. And we ought to stop trying to pass different things that make it harder for people to get a true opportunity in this world. Also this week on Wednesday, we marked the 4th anniversary of the COVID pandemic in the Commonwealth. It was raining. We wanted to be out at the COVID memorial, but instead we gathered in the Capitol Rotunda, and in a way it was amazing, like it was supposed to be. To think back 4 years ago and then to be in the Capitol Rotunda with hundreds, if not thousands of people walking around, getting to be able to be together with our lives more normal than maybe we thought they would ever be again. We gathered first to honor those that we have lost. Far too many Kentuckians as we sit here today, about 19,600. We gathered to honor the sacrifices and courage of our healthcare heroes, our first responders, our educators, and so many others, our grocery and retail stores, our restaurant owners and staff, everybody who worked to keep manufacturing humming. Leaders like Dr. Stack, who worked hard daily to deliver information to people, led our ceremony. And we remembered Virginia Moore, who helped so many Kentuckians get through this crisis. Virginia was with me during our daily briefings to make sure we had the best information and that everyone was getting it. She launched a national effort to ensure ASL interpreters were at virtually every government event or press conference, when in the past it seems like they'd been at so few. I still remember just about every day Virginia waiting for me outside afterwards, asking me if I was okay that day. A really special person who we lost around Derby time last year. But Virginia's wife, Ro, was with us Wednesday, and she spoke so beautifully about Virginia and how her legacy will live on through us. I like to also say Virginia introduced me to two other friends. They're both named Rachel. Rachel and Rachel are our two primary ASL interpreters who I'm honored to have with me, next to me, or on the small part of the screen they're on right now, as we continue to live out not just Virginia, but also their legacy and what they're leaving here in the Commonwealth. We also wanted to make sure that looking forward, we didn't just think about the hurt. We thought about the special way that people responded and reacted. I saw more compassion during the pandemic than just about any time, save maybe right after a natural disaster. And while there were so many great acts of compassion, the quilts that people would make, the chalk art, meals that people would deliver to so many people, those green lights still stick with me. Just a small thing that people could do to show unity, the color of compassion, and to let people know they weren't alone. And I've talked to dozens upon dozens of people that lost someone very close to them during the pandemic. And to a person, they all went out that night, got in their car, drove around, saw those lights, and knew that they weren't alone, even if it felt that way. So every year now, on March 6th, that very first case of COVID, that day we had it 4 years ago, we're going to mark it as a day of compassion here in Kentucky. And our goal is to take a little bit of that goodness that we showed during the scariest of times and show it every other day as well. Maybe then we can stop fighting over a letter behind our name. Maybe then we can stop just falling into teams and arguing about everything. Maybe then we can recognize that everyone is a child of God, and we ought to treat them that way. That would be an amazing legacy for Virginia and all of us that fought through COVID and everyone we lost in COVID. Next up, we have some great news for some of our leaders at the Cabinet for Health and Family Services. On Monday, the National Association of Medicaid Directors announced Lisa Lee as their new Board of Directors president. Lisa is a native of Hazard and serves as the state's commissioner of the Department of Medicaid Services. While she continues in her role as commissioner, we're excited that Kentucky's Medicaid commissioner is now the president of the national organization. Medicaid plays a pivotal role in Kentucky as we have over 1.5 million Kentuckians, including half of the children in our Commonwealth, that use it to secure health care coverage. That's why in my Forward Together budget proposal, we fully fund Medicaid and expanded Medicaid. Unfortunately, the House budget does not. That means we need to get it fully funded in the Senate version and what ultimately passes. Healthcare is a basic human right. Medicaid and expanded Medicaid is what kept our rural hospitals open. It's why we did better than so many during the pandemic. And it's the reason that so many of our citizens don't have to drive 2 hours or take 2 buses to get the health care that they deserve. With this announcement, I want to take the time to recognize that Lisa is one of our national presidents, but we actually have 2 in CHFS. Dr. Stephen Stack, our public health commissioner, serves as the president of the Association of State and Territorial Health Officials. Dr. Stack is a tireless advocate. We are really lucky to have him. But think about that. The Commonwealth of Kentucky's officials at these levels leading Medicaid and public health are actually leading the national associations too at the same time. So good job to both of them. They bring honor to our Commonwealth. Next up, our Kentucky State Police K-9 Cam. K-9 Cam and his handler KSP Detective John Sims recently received 3 awards at the Paws for Life Foundation's 7th annual Murrieta Police K-9 Trials in California. A total of 40 K-9 teams from across the nation participated in the trials, covering multiple disciplines. Cam placed first in the electronics detection building search, second in the electronics detection parcel search, and third in the electronics detection vehicle search. Cam is a 3-year-old black lab that is an expert. Cam, congratulations on being an expert at locating electronic storage devices such as hard drives, USB drives, and cell phones. Cam joined KSP in 2022 as the agency's 2nd electronic storage device K-9. Detective Sims is a 21-year veteran of the agency, and both are assigned to the Electronic Crimes Branch, and they work with the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. From previously being Attorney General, where we put more child predators in jail than any other AG in our history, locating these devices is critical to the prosecution of these individuals and typically helps us locate victims that are out there, try to get them services, and at times helped us rescue children that were still in danger. In addition to this work, Cam works a second job as a therapy and comfort dog. The Kentucky State Police has a long history of excellence and innovation, and thanks to Cam and Detective Sims, our state is on the cutting edge of technological advancement. From all of us in Team Kentucky, including Winnie, thank you to Cam and Detective Sims for your dedication and commitment to making our Commonwealth a safer place, especially for our children. And finally, our Team Kentucky All-Stars are the amazing first responders in Louisville. You all saw this incredible rescue last week as a semi-truck was dangling off the 2nd Street Bridge between Louisville and Indiana for at least 45 minutes. It was a life-saving mission, and you know who was there with the crane to help rescue the driver, our professional firefighters in Louisville. The firefighter who rappelled down, and look at this, I mean, hundreds of feet in the air. Talk about bravery. This individual's name is Bryce Carden. Bryce did an incredible interview afterwards. He said he prayed with the driver, and then he complimented her, which is pretty special, saying she remained calm and they were able to get it done. I want to thank everyone at Louisville Fire, including Fire Chief Brian O'Neill and others involved in the response, including EMS and Louisville Metro Police, as well as our Kentucky Transportation Cabinet employees who helped make sure the bridge was safely reopened. I want to make sure while we're doing this, we're thanking all of our firefighters, all of our first responders. I hope you all see this as just an example of the incredible work that you all do on a daily basis. I got this in real time. I remember seeing it on my phone, and right underneath it read, "The driver is still in the cab." She's still with us today because of the incredible work of Bryce and the rest of our first responders. So they are today's Team Kentucky All-Stars. Congratulations. All right, we, I think, are finished up. Rebecca, you have anything today? Okay, we have one journalist with us. You have the monopoly on the Team Kentucky update.
I want to ask you about Senate Bill 6 and House Bill 9. What do you think would be the most immediate impact of those, and could you explain each separately, should they pass?
Yeah, will you go through what each of those bills is?
Senate Bill 6 is DEI DEI,
Mhm.
discriminatory concepts at
Right.
state universities, and House Bill 9 is more expansive.
Right. We have a 6 every year. I believe that DEI is not a 4-letter word. It's a 3-letter acronym for really important values I find in my faith. Diversity is and should always be an asset. It is sought after by companies from across the globe. It's the reason that we were number 1 last year in increasing the amount of Kentuckians entering higher education. I mean, it shows we are on a great trajectory. And what it tries to do is to provide a little extra help to those that have had to go through more than most people have to go through. What most people don't see is that the definition of DEI, the federal definition that's used everywhere, yes, it includes people from different races, but it also includes people who live in areas of high poverty, which is a lot of our great state. It includes veterans who deserve that extra help. It includes individuals with disabilities who also deserve that extra opportunity. Passing these bills will not only harm our institutions of higher education, they will make us less attractive for business, and they'll make us appear less welcoming. Listen, Kentucky is on a roll. We are on the biggest, best economic development win streak of our lifetime, and we ought to say to the rest of the world, come on in. I mean, this is our chance to be something special, to be something bigger and better than maybe we even ever dreamed of. But to do that, we have to be a type of welcoming state. My hope is that the General Assembly doesn't pass either of them. If they get to me, I'll veto them. And even if that veto is overridden, I hope those businesses, I hope those college students and others know they've got somebody here in Frankfort that believes diversity is a good thing. All right. Thank you all very much.